Nozzle heats up and the plastic it flows. A creation takes form as the live stream goes. Heart of a maker with a tech-savvy show. Designs in the making, see the hotbed aglow. It's Shenanigans 3D on the digital stage. With each layer printed, he's the maker.
In time with shenanigans flow, chaos reigns with a fiery glow. We're live, we crash. Now watch closely as the filament spins. A wild ride where the line between fails and wins. Accidental art when the plastic rebels. Shenanigans 3D, he's breaking all the levels on the edge of tech. Where the sparks may fly in the streamer's den. There's no limit to the sky. Every stream's a gamble, roll the fiery dice. Pushing limits, bending rules, not one to think twice. Heartbeat pulses with each print he creates. While the chat's wild wonder in suspense they wait. Rising with the flames in the shenanigans game. Printing out the future, no two prints the same.
Oh no, we're on fire. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in.
The more you around, the more you're going to find out.
Exactly. Exactly. I got dust on me. Dark Third Dimension, what's up, my friend? How are you doing tonight? Well, I guess it's what? Still nighttime for you, isn't it? Almost day. Almost morning. Chewy, let's go. Builderbot, what's up, my friend? Okay. Not sure what we're doing tonight.
Welcome build_over_bot.
Look.
Welcome Retro Maker.
What's up, Retro Maker? How you doing, my friend? It's supposed to be Pokemon. Let's go. All right, so I did the light. I got the lamp done. I actually printed it out that night and assembled it the following morning. Got the light bulb in there. I don't have it plugged in yet, but yeah, got the lamp done. I like this filament. I'll have that up and running later on. But check this out. What did I do? What did I do with? Oh, we need that on, that on, that on. I just woke up, so I'm kind of like out of it a little bit. I drove up to upstate New York last night. This now has LEDs in it. Here, let's go over to the overhead. So, screen desk, this one. Yeah. I put LEDs in it the other day. And I hooked up the little Beetle. This is a cool little board. It's the DF Robotics Beetle. It's just a little teeny microprocessor. It's about the size of a quarter. Let me find a cable. What is this, a USB type C? Oh no, it is. It's this one right here. There we go. What's new, Retro Maker? I saw you were streaming, was it today? Or last night? I was driving down the road when you popped up. I ran a little code that just fades between the LEDs. So we got the red, we have the green, and then we have the blue one. I don't know where. We're gonna hang this somewhere. I'm not sure where though. You grew up outside of Rochester. Okay, so you might know, I was up in the Finger Lake region. Scipio Center. So it's Ithaca, right? It's probably about maybe 30 miles north of Ithaca. That's where I was at. I almost hit a freaking cow last night. I was up there running down the road, and it's a back country road, right? It's a 2-lane highway, and I go around a turn, and I see like these 3 white things in the road. I'm like, what the heck is that in front of me? And because my headlights hit them, and then I realized they were cows, and so I slammed on the brakes, laid on the air horn, and it was probably about maybe like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I must have did something because there's like 2 guys that came running out of like the milk house because I'm like laying on the horn, and they come out and they like you can see them panicking like in the shadows. Good, no, you can see them panicking and running around. What's crafting? What's up? What are you? So yeah, so there's our LED. We got to figure out how to do. Here you go. It's the second time I've ever almost hit cows. I was down in Texas one time, ripping through the back country roads in Texas, and I was running like I was going along pretty quick, and it was at night again. It's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and went around the curve, and there was a whole bunch of cows crossing the road. It's like, what the hell? Freaking cows. Those darn cows. So what are we doing tonight? I guess I'm not really sure. We're not gonna have a very long stream tonight. I got to go down to Philadelphia tonight. So I want to get at least an hour nap before. I just woke up. I want to get like an hour nap before I leave. We'll design and start the print for this real quick. We'll get the A1 printing. Yeah, let's get the A1 up and running right now. Oh, and I have one of these done. This is the Gridfinity thing from K2 Kevin. So I got one of these done. I need to go and do a few more of them, but I got one of them, and I need to order filament for the drawers. I think I'm just gonna go with like a gray for the drawers, or maybe a charcoal or something. Probably a gray, probably a nice gray for this, and then they'll go underneath my monitors. They fit perfectly. So yeah, I need to print some more of those. I'll probably send one off to the printer tonight. You like these drawers? Yeah, they're nice and rugged. I guess they are the rugged version, aren't they? So I need to print a few more of these. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to do 5 more of this size, and then 3 of the double ones. And then the double ones, I'll stack 2 on each of the double ones. And then there is room beside my monitor, like underneath my monitor, by like that much. So I'm going to design my own that will fit onto here. That will take these little guys, right? And they'll just kind of slot into it. It's nothing fancy, but it'll be a slot like this. There'll be like a hole kind of thing, so you can just push them in, and then they'll just rest on top of it, kind of like at an angle like that, right?
Welcome, Tech Jeeper.
Yo, Tech Jeeper, what's up, my friend? So I guess we can do it like just like a half or so. I don't know. Why are there holes in here? Are they for magnets? Do I have magnets that will work on this? Those won't work. Or if those holes are for magnets. Which makes sense. They're 6.6, 6.5, so probably 6mm magnets would work in there, huh? Yeah, the holes are for magnets? Oh. Well, that would help because I guess what we could do is we can do like a real small profile across these 2 in the back, and then come up an angle, and with the magnets would help hold it down. And then this would just go into the hole. Because I want it low profile because how much... So the bottom of my monitor comes to about here. About this row of magnets right here. So that's about how much... See, there's my computer going all haywire again. I want about this much... I got about this much of room on the bottom, so which is plenty for 2 of these to be stacked, and then have just like that much room. So I guess it would be like half of a, or I guess it would be 1 cube. We'd have like 1 cube height of room left over. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, cool. My back is, my upper shoulders, my shoulders have been killing me all day today. So excuse me while I take some meds. Okay, and I got a projector. I said this the other day that no, my sister gave me a projector that she doesn't use. But if you look at the if you look back there, or don't mind my kid's clothes down on the floor, well, on his beanbag, there's a projector right here. I don't know what to do with it though. I really don't. I think I might just put it in my living room. I don't know. I might actually use it. But yeah, you can see it on my hand right there. I have it hooked up, and it's my 3rd screen right now. It's like my 3rd monitor. I was trying to get, like, I had Fire playing on it, and I had the back here, the printers were on Fire, but it doesn't work too well in this room setup. So I don't know what I'll do with it. All right, let's get right into. Oh, that's not the right button. Well, what we need to do is we need to print, and those are my dogs. We need to print something for this over here. Well, I'll slide down in here and try to diffuse it. I know it's not going to diffuse it because, especially with this red, because of how far apart this red is. But at least we'll try to get like a dome or something over it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll try. But let's fire up Bamboo. And let's get... that. We're going to get this started. I don't know why they have all these plates on here. My dogs are all keyed up tonight for some reason.
Welcome.
Printed 3D. How you doing, my friend? Okay. I'm doing good. My kiddo's doing good. He's with his mother right now. He dropped him off last night. So, haven't heard anything, so he's doing good. He's bouncing off the walls anyway. He's back to normal. We did get some... Oh my god. There's so much stuff involved. There is like... I don't really want to get into it because it's more on the personal end of it, but there is so much stuff involved now. I was on the phone all day afternoon with school, with transport, with his after school care. There's What, this train here? I'm getting ready to print it right now. We're getting ready to send it off. But yeah, there's like so much. Had to, you know, I'm going around because he needs to have a nurse follow him around now, which is, I don't know why my computer is like freaking out. Yeah, he's got to have a nurse, a personal nurse, follow him around from the time he leaves my house to the time my mother or whoever picks him up for after school care. So yeah, there's that. My God, oh, there's so much stuff to do. A stack of freaking paperwork to fill out. Oh. If we do one that's white with black, my son would flip. If my son would come home and see that I did a white with black lettering Norfolk Southern, he would lose his mind. He would. Yeah, it is a lot of court. Yeah, it's craziness. He would lose his mind. I'm surprised that this thing's going to take like 15 hours to print. Does that seem a little bit excessive? Oh yeah, lots of coordination, and on top of like that, no, we have multiple appointments, overnight studies, yeah, just all kinds of craziness. But that's what life is, I guess. Not the first time. It probably won't be the last time with him. This is the third. It's the third trauma that he's experienced in life. My God, that kiddo. Probably the color changes. Yeah, you'd think, right? What's device. Well, I gotta make sure I have enough filament for all this. Let me get out of this mode here and get the I might not have enough black. Alright, so what's it going to say? Total filament for the black, which is on this one white, is 152 grams. Do I have 152 grams of black? My pants keep falling out. Of black. Do I even have black? I thought I just had like a whole roll of black. What happened to it? Oh, I stuck it back. Look at that. I stuck it back into a bag. All right. How much black do I have? Oh, I got like almost 600 grams of black. We got, yes, yeah, cool, awesome. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. We definitely have. Oh, and the AMS works. It printed that lamp. We're all good with that. Get the black loaded up. This is a great yellow. Oh, I have to reprint his. thing. Ouch. Alright. I'm being all clumsy today. Hey, Toby! What just happened? Oh, with the resub! Toby, thank you, my friend, with the resub. How are you doing? 22 months? Thank you for the resub, my friend. I was just thinking about you earlier today. I haven't seen Toby for a while. I was gonna send you a message. Let's see what you're up to. Check this out.
Welcome.
SWK, what's up, my friend? We got lights. We got LEDs in our giant size LED. Doing well? Just being busy? Awesome, my friend. Okay. We are printing. Getting ready to print this train. What was that? What? The heck is this? You're blind. Yeah, we need to print a diffuser for it. But we're getting ready to print, we're gonna send this train here off to the A1. I want to get this all printed, so maybe my kiddo and I can put it together tomorrow on stream. I know it's not the correct colors, but that we'll fix that when it goes through the slicer. You're turning wood into dust. Heck yeah, let's go. Turning wood into dust. Orientation of this. There needs to be like some kind of 3D printing event in this area. That would be pretty sweet. Wonder how... Wonder if there's any 3D printing communities in my area. Okay, that is ready. Let's get this over here. Get the build plate on. We are on. Filament is loaded up. Okay. There we go. We just had to switch the order. Send it. Heck's okay here, should I toss it in Discord? What? You have a pen turning course tomorrow afternoon. That's pretty cool. Pick in here, toss it, you're back to streaking. Toss it in, Discord. If it's a picture, toss it in Discord. We'll open up Discord here. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I've been thinking about doing Christmas Christmas stuff as well, starting Christmas things. I like that. Good job. That's nice. That's a nice and crisp. That's nice and yeah, that's nice and crisp. Are you gonna stain these or anything? Or are you just gonna leave them raw like that? Awesome. This is 16 inches tall and 8 inches wide. Really? That'd be nice to put like little like M&Ms or Christmas candy in that. Maple and tung oil is food safe. I think I've read about that before. When I used to turn wooden bowls. That's years ago that I did that. Oh, there's the lamp. I guess we're done with this lamp. Need to work on the tune clock.
Started for 90 seconds.
Yeah, the whole bacteria thing. That's why it's important. You can 3D print cookie cutters. Looks like I'm getting sick all over again. You can print 3D print cookie cutters, but they're a one-time use thing. No. This is what we need to open up. We need to make this okay. Sorry. That does not look... Oh, you're kidding me. Did we lose our LED? Six 125. Did I really make this at 6? No, that's not right. This is a 50/50 LED I was using for a project for a scale. So this is just a model of something I was doing something. This isn't what we designed. Now the question is, where is it? I know, right? Definitely have a lot more in here. There it is. All right. I guess the best way to we need something that will fit down into here. And that'll be a little bit diffused, but we're still gonna run into the issue of the lights are the lights are way too far away, way too far apart. They're to scale. The light placement on these, right? They are to scale as far as distance. So we'll see if we can look them back this way. Yeah, these lights are to scale the distance as like. But for the size of it, but our eyeballs can't comprehend it. I guess I don't know, because even if we would make this bigger, because I thought about making this like 8 times the size. I thought about just making this massively large one and put it in the back wall somewhere, just this huge one. Would have to this light is going to be a project, Toby. This year, or 2026, and I'm going to get a table out, Murph, and I'm going to do a table for our next for the next 3D Printopia. I'm going to do a table, and this is to show how addressable LEDs work. There's going to be a controller down here that you will be able to turn the knobs and get different colors. And this is going to demonstrate how the LEDs work to create different colors. So it's going to be an interactive project. There, we'll turn that off. You can see the LEDs in there. Sandy's pretty sure. For Murph, awesome. Murph is going to be fun. My son's excited for Murph. I think he's more excited of spending the night somewhere else. He's like, oh, we get a hotel room. I was like, well, yeah, that's the original plan, but something else might be on the works. How can we do this? So, what if we do like one layer of white, and then the rest of it clear? Let's try that. Let's come down. Currently more focused. Oh, really? Even Printopia? You got your first floor almost done. Yeah, way too many, projects, right? All right. Well, we're gonna have to freehand this. We can do 3 millimeters. I'm not liking that. You gonna make a large change next year? I hope it's I hope it's a change for more rest or more not rest. What would that be? What's that word I'm trying to find? Recreation. Recreational fun. That point, this go out 0.5 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, will come down here. About 0.5. That's much better. A friend of yours just had a stroke. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the 14-hour days, right? I took a load last night for the first time in a week. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, I definitely need to stop doing this. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, I hope everything with your friend's okay. Freaking unexpected stuff like that sucks. Trust me. Yeah, okay. Finish that sketch. And again, I don't want to keep bringing it up, but everything y'all did for that, what happened in the beginning of the week, you know, the food and all that stuff, that's awesome. Definitely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. That's definitely going to come in handy, especially if there's some overnight studies that need to be done. And so, yeah, that will definitely... My son does not like hospital food, by the way. He does not like hospital food. And they brought him he's able to get some lunch. The following day, he was able to get lunch, and then supper. He didn't like it. He's like, oh my god. They brought him macaroni and cheese. They brought him mac and cheese. And there's some other things. He took a bite of that macaroni and cheese, and he's just like, what the? And it was so. I'm not a name brand type of person, right? When it comes to food and things like that. So, like, when it comes to macaroni and cheese, I'll buy the $1 stuff over, like, the $4 stuff. It's all the same to me, right? But he's so picky with his food that he will not touch it. And that's what that hospital food tasted like. It tasted like the $1 box version of the of mac and cheese, like the stuff I normally get. He was just like, oh, hell no. Why do we have two different... The supper they brought him was fairly decent. The supper they brought, he actually ate some of that. I must have already did something here. I don't know. Wake up call for you? Yeah. It definitely is a wake up call. They're expecting us to stay longer. Well, him. They were expecting him to stay longer, but it got to the point my son went through all of his testing and everything else, and they discovered what was going on. And they were just like, no, because we got there, and they're like, well, you're going to be here for a few days. I'm like, all right, whatever needs to be done. But then neurology was like, there's really no point of you being here. He's just going to be monitored, and you can do that at home. So that's why we end up coming home so early. Which the kiddo was so happy when he was so happy that he's going home. He just did not want to be there, which I don't blame him. We're going to involve this. Around that. We're going to make this a new body. Hit OK. Hide those. Hide that sketch. So this is what we're going to send off to print. This is going to be our cover. Yeah, he did not. My mother and my sister got to him before I could. When he showed up at the second hospital. So we went to the first hospital, and he was completely out of it. He was just out of it. And cancel that. And he did come probably about maybe 15 minutes before they loaded him up into the helicopter is when he finally started to come around and started becoming alert of where he was and what was going on. Because they weren't going to move him until he was, alert. Somewhat, stable, I guess. And then once he was up and alert and he found out he's going on a helicopter, he's like, no. I was like, yes, you have to. But anyway, it was a 45-minute drive for me. So the helicopter got there in like 10 freaking minutes, right? From one hospital to the other hospital. And I just called my mother and said, he's getting ready to leave. Just go to the secondary hospital. Go to his primary hospital. Don't come to where we are. So that way, when he lands and they put him in the ICU, in the children's, the PICU, somebody would be there for him, right? My mother called me. I was probably about maybe 15 minutes away or something like that. She called me. They were finally allowed in there. She called me. She said, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just as, pissed off as he can ever be." So I get to the children's hospital. I pull in, go inside, and go into the PICU where he's at, and he is livid because he's sitting there. He was his normal self. I was like, oh, well, I see you're back. Oh, what a kiddo. He was livid. He's like, I don't want to be here. I want to get out of here. I don't want to stay here tonight. It's like, yeah, well, sorry, buddy. Not what you just went through. You got to stay here till we figure out what's going on. And then he goes and says he wants to ride in a helicopter again. But he doesn't want to do it for emergency. He wanted the pilot to fly him around, just do laps around the helicopter, around the hospital. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a nice bill. But yeah, Builderbot, it's definitely a wake-up call when that stuff happens, isn't it? And just close for the weekend. All right. This is our... Oh, I don't have a little window up on that, do I? Okay, we're going to print this with the P1S. I think what I'm going to do is let's go to our device. Let's see what filaments we have available here. The lamp was printed with this stuff right here, which we did have enough. I'll have to figure out what to make with this. I do like this. I'm sad that I used it all up. It's EPAX. It is their burnt titanium. Beautiful filament. Like what I'm looking at from here, it looks purple. You see it greenish blue. My side is purple, so it's got that like weird color changing property stuff. So we're going to use... This is some off-brand giant arm. This is clear PLA. Make sure the roll is not tangled up. What the heck's going on here? And the idea that I have is to use this clear as this is going to be all infill, and have it more like a diffuser. And I think I have... I should have a little bit of white left over. I do. I have some E-Sun. I got a whole roll of white on there, so I got plenty of white for projects, but do I have multiple white, which I do. So we got this E-Sun white. What's going on here? Don't tell me I have a freaking GM already.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
My number 3 slot here on AMS, the light is lit up, but there's no filament in it. Okay. What is going on?
Welcome.
Welcome in. Well, looks like the AMS is all jacked up again. Crimson Rise, how you doing? And number 2.
Welcome, Peslis.
Peslis, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Okay. I tried pushing it through. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's driving me absolutely bonkers. Where'd those lights come from? Yeah, but Dark Third Dimensions, we just did that. We just a day or two ago just tore that whole thing apart and pulled all the jam out, and here it's jammed already again. Like after one print, it's jammed again. Not even I didn't even use that slot. I don't know. Slot number 3. Isn't slot number 3 is the one that's always giving the problems, right? More stars. I keep forgetting that. Oh, I keep forgetting that I have this projector turned on. Okay. We need to color this. Filaments. Filament number 2 is the white. Filament number 4 is the clear. We're going to change this to that color so we can see the difference. Filament number 2, for the whole thing white. Let's actually just turn this. Turn this to a sky blue. There we go. It's getting a new hot end tomorrow. And we're going to paint this bottom line.
Ad started for 90 seconds.
Actually, that's what we're going to do right there. So the idea is to have this all clear infill and then a single layer. Well, I hope works as a single layer. Let's slice the plate, see what it does. It's not a single layer, so we need to come in here. Bottom shell layers 2. Oh no, look, bottom paint penetration layers 1. Bottom shell layers 2. So that should be what, a single layer for the white, and then another layer for the clear. That should do the trick, I think. Why do I have 3 different colors there? Obsidian nozzles. Perfect. So this, even though it's blue, it's going to come out, it's going to be the white filament. It's going to be a single layer of the white. And then this is clear, a single layer of the clear. And then we'll go into the, whatever infill, gyroid infill. Our top shell layer, we can do 3, wall loops 2, feed. I want to slow this down. Let's take that to 30. With that. That should be okie dokie to go. He made money. Yeah, I need to replace my nozzles. All my nozzles on my printers are like a year old. Well, that one's not, but no, the K1. Well, the K1's probably about a year old. The P1S is probably about a year old. I think I placed that about a year ago. All right, let's get this going. Oh, and I found the dragon. I gotta get the pumpkin done too. I found the dragon. It was hiding out back in there. So this is from Bilderverbot. This is the long. I love this film. I love how this filament came out. So I still need to do a picture for this to upload the picture. I still need to. This is the same filament. I still need to get all that. Maybe I'll take this to work tonight while I'm unloading. I'll try to get all this filament off of here. My camera overhead light is on, so it's kind of blowing out the camera. I apologize. Okay. That's good to go. Print. Two and 4, we'll send that. That's some unknown filaments. What? Yeah, stop the print. Because apparently my AMS is not registering that there's filament in it now. You get spare parts for your Q2. Having all. Is that printer printing at 0.12 layer height? Maybe that's why it's gonna take 15 freaking hours. No, that can't be printing at that height because that's already. Yeah, no. Okay, I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
Okay, number 4. It's gonna be that. Number 1 is going to be wait, no, that's the wrong one. How did I lose all this all over again? Hey, Jupiter Robotics, welcome in, my friend. How you doing? Printing high-tech filaments. We're not printing high-tech filaments together. We gotta do this whole painting all over again.
Welcome.
Am I sponsored by Polymaker? No. Polymaker has sent stuff to me before, but I'm not directly sponsored by them. That's why you see these here, like KB3D, Polymaker, and Capricorn. They have sent me stuff. So if a company sends me stuff, I pop them up. But Polymaker doesn't sponsor the show directly. Does Polymaker wish you would let them sponsor you? I don't know. I don't know if they would wish to sponsor me. I have talked to them before about things, and they've always said that just reach out to them if I need anything. But they don't. No, they're not a sponsor. Like, they don't directly sponsor them. They'll send me things from time to time, but they're not a sponsor. It'd be cool to be sponsored by them. Yeah, I know you're a combat team based in Florida. Yeah, Polymaker is huge in the community. I really like their Fiberon stuff. I got some of their Fiberon stuff. I really like that. Thank you for the follow, my friend. We are getting closer to our 1,000. We need what? We need 11 more. Wait, what? No, not 11 more. What am I thinking about here? 16 more people. We need 16 more followers to reach 1K. Let's go.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right, I think we're good with this. Let's go back into look at the preview here. I don't know why it's telling me that. Well, we'll just get rid of this and we'll put in. Okay. What's my favorite filament and color? You know what? I don't know what my favorite filament is because I love Polymakers. I love their Fiberon. I love their entire lineup of colors. I just got a bunch of colors in from them. I really don't have a favorite filament company. Let's print this. All right, so that is. Let's start printing. Yep, it's the plate. You can see the plate slowly coming up. We should get the K1 going. Yeah, I think one of my favorite filaments right now is this lamp. I really like this color. I really like this filament. This is just beautiful, beautiful. I mean, to see it in person, like I'm looking at it, it's blue. We got a little bit of purples here on this side, and over here it kind of goes off into a greenish. I really like this. This is from Epax. It is their burnt titanium, and I just used up almost the rest of it on this lamp that we designed the other day and printed. But here's what's left of. I don't have much of it left, so I'll have to figure out a little project. How much do I have left on this? I don't know. Not much. There's not much left on it, so we'll have to figure out something for that. Another filament. I can't remember who this is. Where did I even put it? This is a new one. I think this is from Epax too. This is their. Let me see if I can find that. We get a better. If we go to our overhead here, we can see it better. The color of it. Look at that color of it. That's beautiful. Burnt titanium is a classic, right? Yeah, I'm really into like the sparkly stuff lately. Like the Cookie Cat stuff. Oh, I love that. We did a vase. What did I do with that? What did I do with the vase? What did I do with the vase? Oh, here it is. If you want a nice red, you want to get yourself a nice red, I strongly suggest. I got so much filament all over the freaking place. This red right here. This is a good red. This is a real good red right here. I really like this red. This is Hedgehog Makes. This is Zombie's spool. I love that red. I just love that red. I had to get another spool, so this is the second spool I have of it now. I burned through the first spool already. Cookie Cats. This is their It's nice, right? Yeah, this is Cookie Cat's unicorn.
Welcome.
You did a maker chip with it? Hey, Mr. Wizix, how you doing, my friend?
Welcome.
Pile 3D, what's up? Yeah, here, I'll switch back to the desk so we can get it better. So you're not getting washed out. Because I have my overhead light on for. This is Cookie Cat's. I got a couple of Cookie Cats I gotta try too. This is their unicorn. Look at that! Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love it. I'm just in like this weird like. I'm going through a phase of my filament choices that I'm getting, and I'm just getting into like all these fancy looking filaments. It does have a nice shine to it. This was done in vase mode, so this is just a single wall vase mode. I just wanted to see the transition of it. Yeah, this is the one that we designed in CAD real quick and then sent it off to the printer. But I don't know, I'm getting into like this weird kind of like sparkly stuff phase. like this here. Now this filament has black in it. Like there's a black core. I don't know what I did with the roll of filament, but I think this is EPAC too, isn't it? But there's a black core in it inside the filament. It's like a dual filament. It's black, but on the inside, and then on the outside is this green speckly stuff, and it's just beautiful, beautiful. Oh yes, that would be a good idea to add some vase generators to your. Feel free to post a link up here. This one lately has been my favorite. This is the it's always been my favorite. This is the Galaxy from Bamboo. I can't remember which Galaxy it is, but that's what I did. K2 Kevin's. Here's one of the Gridfinity things. This is done with this filament right here. So we need to get more of these. I need to get more of these printed. I need 5 more of these, and then 3 of the double ones, and then we'll be able to put them up along through here. Yeah, everybody be sure to check out Pop3D's CAD multi-tool. I still have yet to check it out. But I have, like, personally play around with it. But I have seen others demonstrate it and play around with it, and it's just the coolest thing ever. I definitely need to get that done. All right, here's the lamp that we made the other day. I'll turn it on real quick. I have to plug it in though. Oh, it's already on. Okay. Let's see if we can... Oh, that's not going to reach over there. Anyway, it does change colors. This lamp kit... Let me turn this off. This lamp kit came... the light bulb and the cord and the remote came with print kits this month. It was this month's print kits, but I wasn't happy with the lamp, with the project. I didn't like the project. So I end up getting, I end up just designing this. I just designed my own lamp here. But we have to have this. You can change colors with it, so it does have a remote. You can change colors with it, but you got to let this thing like sit for a couple minutes before you can even do that. So, but yeah, as far as filament companies, that's just whatever I use. Oh, your redemption didn't work. Spend it automatically. That's printing. Let's get the... Oh, it's just on the delay. Let's get... You know what? I never even checked my audio. I'm running through NVIDIA Broadcast right now. I forgot to turn that off. So we will get this printer up and running. I got to make sure I have enough filament. I have three rolls of the of this filament, so I got plenty of filament. I got 3 rolls of this Galaxy from Bamboo that we're going to be using for these. So we're good on that. I just got to make sure that I have enough on the machine. How do you clean your build plate? I just do this. That's all I do. Nothing fancy. I do have to wash them though.
Mr. Excuse me.
Mr. Excuse! Oh, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Thank you for the raid. What's up? What were you doing in your stream today? Tell us all about it. If you have any socials you'd like to post, you are free to do that. What's new with you? Oh, I'm dropping stuff. The floor is yours.
Welcome.
Hey, Kevin, we're printing one of your things right now. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Shenanigans 3D. We do like a collage of stuff here. I'll show you some things off real quick. But as soon as I get this done here, because we're getting ready to print another one of K2 Kevin's models. His Gridfinity stuff. We got one right here. Look, this is old filament, so it's got a little bit of fuzz on it. But yes, we printed one of these. We're getting ready to print another one. We need 5 more of these and 3 of the larger ones. You saw all sorts of awesome new filaments. Hey, Nick 3DP, how you doing, my friend? You looked at all the new West 3D filaments. Oh, do they have new filaments out? I'll have to look at those. Yeah, this is awesome. I got to figure out what color I want to do the drawer. I know these drawers are awesome. They are freaking rugged too. Yeah, we're gonna try this system out. So I have room underneath my monitors here. I have a section where I can put. Yeah, I think I can do that with my Stream Deck. Yeah. We're gonna put the drawer system underneath this monitor, and I only have half of a monitor because I have my oscilloscope right here. So we'll probably move the oscilloscope down and then put the other. So we'll have a 3 system. We'll have 6 of these, and then there's a double version of this. Yeah, I think there is. And then we'll have the wide version of it. But we're gonna work on this and do a thing for this. I don't know if I have to. Do we have to ask permission for that, or is it Gridfinity a thing you can just do? Anyway, my idea here. Maybe you can do one. I don't know. Maybe it's an idea for you. So we got these things here, right? They're getting a home. Make a home for these. So this is my idea. All right, so on top of this, I have about that much room. When I double stack this, I have about that much room, but probably about like one of these squares, a square height, to where they'll slide in, like do something that's real low profile, that will fit on top of this, and then these, what are these called again? These drivers, these hex drivers, where they'll slide in. So I guess maybe like somewhere here, whatever. So when it's done, it'll sit like that, right? You know what I mean? It'll just slide into the hole and sit like that, and then you can have them stacked or whatever. However, have them come across like that. You know what I mean? I guess you could do a custom drawer insert too, huh? See, when I think about a custom drawer insert in that, though, I want something I'm looking for something, as me, no, maybe others think differently. I'm thinking of something like, maybe pull out a drawer and get it. I don't know. I want a quick access, right? So I can just reach over and grab it and pull it out. Quick access. Or you can open it and you can just set them in there. Yeah, I don't know. Ideas, man, ideas. Okay, again, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Shenanigans 3D. We do everything from, I don't even think I did the intro. Everything from CAD, 3D printing, You'll find some IRL trucking. IRL's just out, my son and I doing stuff. But we primarily focus on just creating nonsense. Some of the projects that we have going on, there's always a continued project going on right here. We got this guy right here. This is a giant size, this is of my design. This is a giant size addressable LED. Let me get this light turned off here. We should be able to turn it off now. Yeah, there we go. This is a giant size LED, 50/50 addressable LED. It does have LEDs in it. There are LEDs in here. You got one that works with beer? Yeah, I know, right? So we'll plug this in. This is an FD robotics.
Ad started for 90 seconds.
RGB. Yep. This is a DF robotics Beetle. It's a little microcontroller. I just wrote a simple script to cycle through the colors. It's a big trash can. No, I started working on a BattleBot last year. I do have all the stuff to make it. I just haven't done the BattleBot. Maybe we'll do that for, we'll work on that over the winter. But here's our giant size LED, our RGB LED. And we just sent off the cover to the printer. So that's printing right now. So we can come down here and try to diffuse this a little bit. But I don't really want it to be, excuse me. I really don't want it to be, to cover this up. Yeah, I do have this. I do have most of the stuff for a BattleBot. I have the frame and everything printed for one. I printed the frame is printed out of Snow Labs polycarbonate CF. So it's a tough little frame. But anyway, this is going to be on display at MRF next year. And what we're doing with this is we're going to have a little control board on here, so where you can adjust the 3 LEDs. And so for kids or adults, whoever, can come up and play with the different colors. And obviously, we're not going to do that much color mixing on this because of how large it is. But I think on the control box that we designed, the control box with the 3 variable resist, or however I do it actually, but with the 3 knobs, I think I'm going to put some LED strips. I'll cut like maybe 3 of these, I don't know, about maybe that much in LED strips. And then we'll heavily diffuse this. So this will represent the color that you're doing. This will represent the color that you're looking for. And then this will display what the LEDs are doing to get that color. But these are addressable, so we'll have to use the dumb RGBs in order for that to work. So we're not running different, so we can keep the input for these LEDs with these ones as well. So we're not having to code colors for this and represent it on there too. We can just keep it nice and simple. But this is going to be an interactive display at 3D printing events next year, because I am getting a table for both events. And this will just be to show kids and people how these LEDs work, right? How they achieve their colors. So that's what that's all about. What other projects have we got going on? We got the 1 meter by 1 meter laser cutter that's right there that we 3D printed and put together. I have the control board for it. Finally got the control board in like, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And there's also... Is it up here? Or did I move it? I might have moved it. No, it's up here. I get that because this thing is heavy. So this is our camera slider. This works. It does move back and forth. I hooked up a control board to it about 2 weeks ago. It does move. I need to replace this plate. I got one underneath. I need to replace the plate on this, but I don't have any room to put it on my desk to work on it because I changed my desk around. So this is a 1 meter camera slider, and then there's going to be, it's modular, so there's going to be attachments you can put on here so you can do other things. I need to work on the control board for it. Oh, and Pez Liz, if you're still in here, your bowl here is an excellent. My son has been using it for his goldfish crackers. These are probably got tossies because he's been sitting out all day. This is his new goldfish dispenser. Your tulip. He sits it right by his old his gaming system and chows on goldfish. And we got a couple other little things too in here. We just kind of tinker around with stuff. I know, it's pretty. There's some things that we've done in the past. Is this up and running? I think so. We have our air raid siren. Yes, we have a working air raid siren. Do you guys want to hear it? Do you want to hear our working air raid siren? We made this like a year or two ago, and then I assembled it. But let's get the dogs all riled up. Let's get this unplugged. Do I have power to my... Yes, I do have power to my power supply. Y'all want to hear the air raid siren? The 3D printed air raid siren? Let's see some hype in chat. This is going to be turned into a raid siren that we're going to put up somewhere, so anytime somebody raids in, this will go off. We'll only do it for like a second. It'll just like... Let me get this plugged in. There is a 24 volt my dogs are going to go nuts. We had fire trucks go by earlier. So they're going to think there's fire trucks going by again. And you can hear this like outside, all the way back in my back fields. I walked outside one time with it turned on. Okay. Let's crank up the amps. Make sure the amps are all up. Make sure that's down. We'll go to the desk. Warning. Headphone warning. This might get cut out because I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast. All right, here we go. Do you call your mill a pen mill? I have a pharmacy shelving at my electronics room, so I have a different setup than most. Oh, you have lots of different setups. All right, here we go. There's 3 volts. Yeah, I think so too. It's being filtered. Let me... Unable to feed filament into an extruder. Okay, how's that now? There, can you hear it now? Yeah, I know it's pretty. It is pretty awesome. I like it. When I first made this, I was like, holy moly, it actually works. Yeah, you can definitely hear it. I think this is what the. This is the second one that we made. We have a little mini desktop one too. I made a little mini desktop one. Like, I'd have to work on the button system. But it looks like, let's get this noise remover back on. Yeah, glad you turned it down. Okay. Something is going on with the P1S, as always. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's saying it's unable to feed the filament. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll be right back. Okay. Are we printing yet? So it printed the white layer, no problem. The first layer, no problem, but it's not doing anything for the... Unable to feed filament into an extruder. Here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I keep this room controlled. Having problems with this AMS for some reason. Is it going into the extruder itself? Not going down into the extruder. Getting caught somewhere. Okay. There, it just went through the tube. I think it just went through. Yeah, okay. All right, so it's getting caught on, it's getting caught back here. That's where it's getting caught. It's getting caught where these two tubes combine here, this connector. Because I just pushed down on it and it went through it. So that's what's happening. It's getting caught back here on that tube connector. What were we doing? Oh, we're sending the model off. We're sending one Kevin's models off to the. I gotta double check how much filament we have back here. I need a different setup for these printers. Oh, I got plenty filament on that roll. I can probably do 2 more on that roll. It kept getting caught where the 2 tubes come together, and then you have that connector to connect them together. That's where it was getting caught at. Is getting caught on that. The second I pushed down on that control on it, and because they were like this. So as soon as I flattened it out, it went right through it. We're packing the printer full of Tangerite. Could probably do that with the old. I have an old printer, my very first printer, but I like that printer though. Even though it's I don't think I can I don't think any slicer works with it. I think. Yeah, I don't think I can slice anything with it anymore. It's proprietary. It's proprietary. Why can't I say that word? Proprietary. Wow. we're just gonna move on. That was very strange. Okay, that's printing again. Let's head off to this. This should be saved. Yeah, this is all saved from my previous print. I know, right, TechSheeper? I don't know, it's weird. Words are definitely hard. One-click printing, bam! that's going to start up here pretty soon. I'm glad I have that printer going again. I was missing that printer. Yes. I was hoping to get that. Oh, we still have like 56 minutes left on that. Okay. Does the camera even still work on this? Oh, it does. Camera still does work on it. So that's off to another one of those. We need a bunch of those. Cool. We have this printing. This is our... That's our LED. That's the diffuser for it, just for giggles. I guess the diffuser really is going to work because we're going to have it wall mounted here. We need, I think, we are going to be streaming tomorrow. My son and I are going to be streaming after I pick him up at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So I think our next thing we're going to be working on is to get this going. The only thing we really need to do is we need to figure out how to do the back. This is our cuckoo clock. You know what I should do? I should print this shell. I have the roof printed, but I should print... Oh, no, I can't print the shell yet. Because I got to figure out how we're going to put a backing on it. We need to make the screw holes for the mounts. Look, I already started down here. And we need to figure out the mechanics for the door. So I think we'll get back into this project again and start working on this again and get this finished. Yeah, we'll work on this tomorrow. And then after we get this finished, what should be after we get this finished, we'll start back on our laser again. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll get this clock finished, and then we'll start hacking away at our laser cutter. That way I can get it up and running, get it working. Hey Sharon, what's up? See something is in the background of my PC. Keeps clicking on like every 5 minutes. That way I can get the laser up and working. I'm going to mount it on the ceiling. I'm just going to put hooks on the ceiling so I can move it out of the way. And then I think we'll do our camera slider next. Yeah, I think that's the way we'll do it. We have our tower. You know, there's another thing I've been kind of going through. An idea that I have. I've been wanting to make. Let's do a medieval light lantern. Not lantern fly. What the heck? I've been wanting to make a lantern. I've been wanting to make something like this. put some LEDs in it. Maybe we can mix, like, do some, like, Thanksgiving lanterns or something. Oh, you know what we should do? I have a whole roll of, I have a roll of copper. I'm gonna have to send that through the dryer. I have a roll of that copper filament. We should make one of these lanterns and 3D print it out of that copper filament and then tarnish it. What do you think? What do I have? Where is it? Is it over here? Oh, it's right here. Underneath with all the other filaments. Falling all over the place. Yeah. This probably, I hope this is still okay. Yeah, here's a whole roll of copper filament. And we should, I should send this through the dryer tonight. Probably dry it for like 24 hours or something. I don't know. I don't know. Is this going to be recoverable or not? I don't know. We'll dry it out and we'll see. Should be able to recover this. Should be able to recover it. What I'll do is I'll print it with the we'll bring the CR10 up. We'll put the CR10 up on the table, and I'll dry it, and that way we can print it using the CR10, so we're not running it through tubing. That's up and printing again. We got that going, and we got the train going, so we are printing trains. This is what we have all on the printer. On the P1S, we have our diffuser lens. This is a diffuser lens for the giant LED. Yeah, well, that actually came from, that roll of filament actually came from Pez Liz. She found it at Rocky. And I guess it was one of those, the trade-in bins or something like that. And then, so it went all, it exchanged a few hands before it got to me. Like, I think the final person that had their hands on it was TechCheaper. And I think TechCheaper sent it to me then. So it traveled all over the place. Yeah, because I was supposed to go to Murph that year, last year, but I had a bunch of stuff happen last year. Why is it every time in the fall things happen? Well, Murph's not in the fall. But we got the diffuser lens for the giant LED. That's printing right now. On the A1. Happened. This is what's printing on the A1. This is the Norfolk Southern, I think it's G scale, so it's put together. I'm hoping I can have this all printed by the time we stream tomorrow, so Zach and I can put this together on stream. And then on the K1 Max, we have another one of those Gridfinity things printing. But I would definitely love to do something like this. Like this just... That's the color of my living room. Like something like that would be awesome. And then we can do a candle inside. Oh, we still have that soap to play with too. And then we have the pumpkin from Bearded Printer. We gotta finish that. Yeah, I gotta finish the Bearded Printer's pumpkin. I need to print the stem for it. But we already have it wired up with the LED inside of it. That is washing everything out, isn't it? So we got the LED inside of it. We need to redo our flame because this, I don't know what happened. The printer did not like that model at all. So we got to redo the flame because the flame sits down in there like that. And then we have a little fire effect with the LEDs. This is ready to go.
It started for 90 seconds.
I do need to finish up cleaning the supports off of this, and then that way that can sit down here. Now, the reason why there's supports all on this is because I printed it with the lid on it. I printed it like that. That's how I printed it. Printed it just like that, with the lid on it. And the reason is because when the lid's on it, I wanted the transition to match. Because if we would have printed this separately, we would not. The green would be down here. The green would be down here if we will print it separately instead of it being up here. Like that is. Printing a lot slower too. Yeah, we definitely have to print it slow, huh? But as you can see, I put the lid on it and put a little bit of a space for supports. So when lid's closed, the whole entire thing, the transition continues from the bottom all the way up to the top of the lid. This pumpkin is pretty cool. Well, I got a couple little supports to clear out here, but I got to print the lid too, or the stem. So I'll send the stem off before I go to work tonight. I'll send it off. This filament is beautiful. This is beautiful filament. Look at that. Look how pretty that filament is. I used that filament for Builder Robots Dragon too, which I did find. Yeah, here's that filament with Builder Robots. Which one is this? This is the Knitted Dragon. This is the long version of the Knitted Dragon. My son had it, and we printed it with the green, like emerald green eyes. But look at that. I still have to take a picture of this and put it up on the Thangs and Makes. But that filament is beautiful. I wish I got some more of it. Beautiful filament. Beautiful filament. One of my favorite colors of filament. One of my favorite filaments from. This is the first time I ever tried this company. So definitely need to get a picture of that. Pumpkin needs to get done. We got that the diffuser printing. My son's train is printing. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, we got about 10 more minutes. All right, so if we do something like this would be beautiful, right? I don't know how fancy we'd get with this lattice work. Something like how can we print that without using supports? We'd have to use supports. Not really, we could slot it. You need to get some of what? That transition filament? Who is that from? I just came across the roll. I only have a little bit of it left. I can't remember. It's citrus. It's or a citrus rainbow. I can't remember who makes it though. It looks really good for the cook. It does, doesn't it? Hold on, I gotta send a message to somebody. Oh, that's not the wrong message. I completely forgot to do this. Okay. All right. Put that over there. Yeah, we can do something simple. $60 millimeters? How big do you want this lamp to be? You can do like 100. That'd be 120. There you are. I wanted to make sure your streak was still there. I was thinking about you. Yes, we're good. It is over there by his TV, safe and sound. Wait, what? 52, so let's go. $51.5. Come up. 6 millimeters would be good. Come up. Up 2 millimeters on this. And what we can do is we can slot these. project this point and that point. Actually, let's cancel that. Let's project that with that one. It does. It does look awesome for the Cozy Dragon. It definitely looks just a way. Yeah, that's just. I wish the green would have started on the bottom. That would have been pretty cool if the green would have started on the very bottom. It's citrus. It's citrus something. Citrus something. Citrus rainbow. When I come across the roll again, I'll send you a message to let you know who makes it. Is it EPAC? It might be EPAC. Alright, so we need to make this down a little bit smaller by going to here. And take this down. By negative 0.15. Two sides. This is coming up 2 millimeters. That's going to be 0 degrees. And the nice thing about these panels, we can print these panels separately, and then we can sandwich them all together and glue them all together. And then we can slot them down in place. Let's take them up to, how high do we want this thing to go? It's 120 degrees, so let's take this up to, it's 120 width-wise. Let's go up to 160. For that, let's project this. We have coordinates. We're going to do construction. There we go, that construction. That is our center. Seems to go off, doesn't it? Then we're going to come in with another construction. We have construction of that. We do need another line here to here, and then a line here to here. That's at 90 degrees. We do something simple as
Welcome.
Did I sell the truck? No, I didn't sell the truck yet. How you doing? Yeah, I am thinking about selling it. Harry the Platypus. I love that name. Thank you for the follow, my friend. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's getting too expensive. It's what do we have? 647,000 miles on it. It's starting to. It's starting. That was a big expense at the beginning of the year. Yeah, Platypus. It's awesome. I like that. I like that name.
Welcome.
Rock, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? It's been a minute. Okay.
Welcome.
And when I last drank water, about like just right before you did a follow, I was drinking some water when you hit the follow button. So that's how far. That's how long ago.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something like. Oh, we only have a screen on. Try and do something like this. I have copper-filled filament, but it's like been passed down the chain. So I hope I can recover it. We should be able to. I should dry it for a couple days. We should be able to recover. But we're going to use the copper-filled filament, and then we're going to sand it down, and then we're going to put it in vinegar, so it will tarnish. I think that will be. I think that will be pretty cool, right? I have played around with these metal filaments before. You know, I have the iron filament, which I used to have a little thing on my desk. It rusted. I sanded it all down and threw it in vinegar, and it rusted. Became all rusty. Let me get the screen back up. Stand to heat. Well, we're not going to put a real candle in it. We'll put one of those LED candles in it. But that is a good question. Do we put one here? You might be returning? Oh, that's awesome. I hope you do. Jupiter Robotics, thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. We will be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, probably around 7 o'clock, I'd say. My son will be in our stream. He's got something open up, so he doesn't know about it yet, but we'll check that out, and then we'll check out. We're gonna try. Hopefully, I can get this done, and then have it all printed. We can assemble it. But yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow, probably around 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Welcome.
Eastern. Yep, I'm here on the East Coast. 3D Printer Shack. What's up, my friend? How you doing? I'm not sure why that's... Let's see what we got so far here. We need to convert these. Send me a pic of the Volvo. I might. Excuse me. A Shenanigans 3D playthrough. Not sure why this is being buggy on me. Well, we'll go with this design for now. So we're going to mirror this. Before we mirror this, let's go and we need to get this tool out of the way. That tool out of the way so we're not... Get our construction stuff done. Yeah, I might be selling the truck. It's cost me too much. Okay. Let's try to make this let's try to make this again. There we got it. There we got it. From Swiss I don't... No. We don't deal with that. Alright. Let's... Instruction those. And then let's go with... We could add those back in. Should we add those back in?
Welcome, Cruisin' Grill.
What's up, Cruisin' Grill? Dinner is over. I said I wanted to make sure that your watch streak was up. I was like, I didn't see Cruising Girl pop in before it closed out. It'll be closing out here pretty soon. Yes, it's here. It's over there sitting, waiting for the kiddo. So we will do that on stream tomorrow. All right. Now, the reason why we have these lines down here is because we're going to use these for mirrors. We're going to mirror all this. So we're going to select all of this. We're going to do our mirror. Select that. Our mirror line is going to be this guy. And then we have our mirror down here. Yes, I've been hydrating all day. Hydration. All right, so now we got to... We're going to mirror this again. And this time we need to select top and bottom. This might not be the final design. I might go back and actually making this a little bit better look at, but we'll see how it looks. Like this, our construction line. There's our mirror. Now we have to go through here and make sure all this stuff, like these right here, are, I'm going to use our cut tool. Cut this line. Oh, there's a construction line over top of this. That's why every time I was trying to make that little loop here, it was bringing it out over there. Bentley. Did I delete Frank? Yes, I did. Yeah, I might go back and fine-tune this. Because see this, I know this is a little bit thicker than, this looks thicker than that, and that's a little bit thinner. So I'll go back and fine tune it. Because what I might do is actually put some depth in this, and we'll keep these here so the rings, there will be depth in the rings. Finish that sketch. Now we're going to extrude this. Select all these cutouts, because we're going to be cutting this out. Lumia Stream should be connected to it. It was connected to it. Yeah, it's connected.
Lumia stream mode on.
We're going to be streaming tomorrow, probably about 7:30 in the evening. It didn't announce the stream. That's probably because I forgot to, you'll be home by then? Okay. That's probably because I didn't have Lumia Stream turned on when I started the stream. Yeah, see, there we go. There's our fancy. And then what we can do is we can print this. We'll print this with this side down, right? Because you can see how we have these little guys right here. It's at a 45. Is that a 45?
Started for 90 seconds.
Yeah, that's how you're able to get the first chat thing. I know, it's very rare. It's very rare to get chatty chats. And then we're going to revolve this around that axis, and we're going to do 6. And then when these will all slot down together, we'll glue it. Should we glue it, or should we do some kind of think about this for a second. Or should we have it slot the whole way down through it and have little tabs down here on the bottom where we can screw the tabs in? I know this is going to be completely off. This measurement's not going to be right for a candle. The candle's probably going to be a lot bigger. I'll have to find a candle. But yeah, something like that. And then we'll work on the top. We'll probably work on the top tomorrow. We'll do a top similar to this where they... Oh, how do we want to do that? We're using less support. So I guess the top will be all one piece. We can do a tree support for it. Just combined all these. Just to get an idea of how much filament it's going to use. Just for this part here. Because we can print the base. I want all these printed flat so we can get all this lattice work in here without using support. So they'll print flat, but I want to get the volume, how much filament we're going to be using just for this, because we are limited to that rule. Why didn't this... What, you have to dig in your closet for a cloak? What event are you going to? I've been disconnected all this week, so I don't know what anybody's doing. Oh, you're not going to let me... Why are you not letting me? I'm gonna put a little tab on. Put a little tab on this real quick, just so we can get these connected. Because it didn't take. It took what, like 15 minutes to do this? Not even. Yeah, about 15 minutes to do it. It needs to be a new body. And then this needs to be revolved. Or not revolved, but it needs to be patterned. Go to 6. Now we can come in here and select all this stuff. Like this little guy. Now we're all one body. Now we can send this off to the printer. Halloween fundraiser at the farm. Sweet. What light will we use? I don't know. Let's do an LED. An LED candle. We'll use something like this, right? Yeah, we can get we can get something like that. I'm sure I can find one. I can find something at Walmart. But no, we're not going to use tea lights. I mean, something like that. I can probably find one at Walmart, real cheap. Yeah, something like that color. Yeah, just like one of these little. We can get decorative with it. I'm in a decorative mood for some reason. I don't know why. I'm in like a. What's that called? A fancy kind of. I don't know. Like I'm just in this country style decoration mood or model mood thingy, something, I don't know. Oh, these are pretty cool. Look at these little wooden ones. I've seen these before. My grandparents had these wooden looking ones. That'd be pretty neat. Alright, we're sending this off to the printer to get an idea of how much filament we're going to be using for just this part here. Now we can select it all. You know, I don't know where Hank's at. I searched this whole house earlier today, and I cannot, right before I streamed, I cannot find my cat. I think he got outside. Floating regions. Well, sorry, I don't really care about floating regions right now. We just want to see how much. All right, so 91 grams of filament. We're looking at 28 meters. How much is on this roll? I think these are only like 250. Or are these 500? These are 500 grams. And it looks like there's half of a roll left. So we're probably working with probably about 200 grams of filament right here. But we also have to remember this stuff weighs a lot more. Oh, so the total length of this is 90 meters. Oh no. There's 90 meters of filament right here. Well, not here. It's like half of it's probably used. There's probably half of it used. But it says here there's 90 meters is the length of this, and half of it's gone. So we're probably about 40. There's probably about maybe 40 meters, I'd say. I'm gonna roughly guess about 40 meters here. If we're at 30 with just almost 30 with just this, and then we put with the lid, we might not have enough filament for that. How much is this stuff? See if that's in. Let's see if that's in our budget. This protopasta. I do have iron filament as well. $50. Almost $100 for a kilogram. Well, there's 100 grams. There's 100 grams right there. If we're going to be printing this, I know. I have the like. Yeah, let's hover over it. Yeah, see, this is what we're going for right here. This look. You don't have a good use for it. Yeah, so I played around with metal filaments before. We've done some things. I made a little vase, and I did a couple other things with most of the stuff I did was electronic wise. Or we played around trying to. We didn't make little trinkets or something. we just did chaos. We did shenanigans with it. We could do a bimetal. Oh, Pound 3D with the iron filament. I'll have to. I have it in a box somewhere with the iron filament. What we did is I printed a little vase, probably about maybe that tall. And what I did is I sanded it down and stuck it in a glass of vinegar overnight. And that was like, what, 2 years ago that we did that? It's been probably about 2 years since we played with metal filament. And it's all completely rusted. It's completely rusted. Electroplating, yeah, we were playing around with electroplating and stuff. Yeah, I have a feeling I might have thrown it away. I'll have to come across it. I'll have to look for it. And but it's completely rusted. It looks like it's been sitting out. It looks like a pile of rust. But I do have. This is all I have on the copper, but I do have 2 rolls of the iron filament. There's actually one right here. with the iron filament. Yes, here's the iron. Here's the iron. So I really don't want to spend $50 on that. What can we do? I gotta watch what I spend here for a while. I got Christmas coming up for the kiddo. Plus, the kiddo has to have a personal. He has to have a personal nurse now, follow him around in school. God only knows how much that's going to cost. So what if we do? What if we have a little fun here? What if we do the bottom plate and the top plate, right? Yeah. What if we do the bottom of the lamp and the top of the lamp in copper? What do y'all think about that? And then for the sides, we'll do the sides in the iron. How's that? What do you think that will look good? We'll have multiple dimensions to it, right? What do y'all think about that? That way I'm not buying any more fillet. Or do you want how much is, well, they look to be about the same. Or do you want the top and bottom plate to be the iron and then the sides copper? What do you think would be the best one? I kind of think the copper top, the copper bottom with the iron inserts. I kind of think that would look good. So we can use up the supply. Oh crap! I closed out the wrong thing. I tell you what, that's kind of simulated a little bit. Close that out. Undo, create, sketch. That should bring us back to the separate, yeah. What am I doing now? So instead of, I don't think we're going to have enough copper to do this project, the whole entire thing in copper. I don't think I'm going to have enough copper to do that. But I do have iron filament. So I'm thinking we do copper for the top plate and the bottom plate, and then we do the iron filament for the inserts, for the sides. That way we're using this up, and that way I'm not out getting a specialized roll. Let's get switch back up. There we go. So let's try appearance. Let's search copper. Obviously, this is not going to be yeah, something like that. What do you think if we do it like that? And then the top piece up here, the top piece, we'll do the top piece out of the copper. Should we do it like that, or should we do it where... Or should we do this copper and iron on the bottom and iron on the top? Which one do y'all think we should do? Should we do it this way? Do it this way, or do it the other way? That way I can use both these spools up instead of getting more in and not using the other spool. But these definitely need to dry for like 24 hours, maybe 2 days worth of drying. And pray. I do have a whole nother roll of iron. That's weird. I wonder why she's all the way down there. Anyway. Yes, there we go. We'll work on this again tomorrow night. I'll get the printer, I'll get that filaments moved, and I'll get the laser cutter moved, and then we'll pull up the CR10, and we will do the... we'll print this using the CR10. But yeah. We're going to call it a day. I gotta go to work, so we are going to head off to our friend Pezliz. Yes, we're going to start the raid.
Welcome.
Stay for the raid. And that there. Yes, I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Oh, you're streaming tomorrow night too, huh? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow night, probably about 7:30, 7:30, something like that. My son's gonna be in it, so yeah, we gotta do some things. Everybody have a great night, and yeah, let's go over and cause chaos over in Pezliz's stream. Oh, she's got some pretty looking filaments right now. Thank you all for coming in, hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for the follows. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for being you. We are so close to 1K. Oh my God, are we so close to 1K? Y'all have a great night. So thanks for watching. Let's crank up the pace.
Welcome.
Pictures. That's what it's going to show you. So So, Too Good To Go